Hello, everybody. How are you all tonight? This is Mary J here. We're getting ready to get up close and personal, ladies, for matters of the heart. I am trying to get some of you beautiful ladies in this space. Hold on just a moment. See if I can. Okay, great. Okay, let me see if some of my beautiful ladies are coming in this space on tonight. I just tagged a few of you in. I'm working actually two devices, so please chat and let me know if you hear an echo, if it's not coming through clearly, if there's some background. Let me know. Want to make sure that I'm coming through to you all clearly. Please let me know, ladies. And gents, for our gentlemen that will come into the room as well. All right, now while you're coming in, I know it's been a while, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been some time since I've entered this space with you. We're going to get up close and personal. We're not coming on too late this time. So as you all are coming in, go ahead and come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to talk about tonight. We're going to deal with lessons and losses. Lessons and losses tonight, all right? So as you all are coming in the space, and as I said, I won't be in too long on tonight. So I'm just going to come in, but let me know if you hear some feedback in the background because I see a little delay here. I'm going to try to go ahead and see if I can turn this off so because I don't want you to have any echoes in the background. Okay, so let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right into our subject matter. First of all, hello everybody. For those of you all that don't know me, I am Mary J. I am Mary J. I'm a relationship strategist, a Les Brown Power Voice speaker. I'm also the CEO and founder of Women of Treasure LLC, and I am a pastor as well of Kingdom First International Teaching Virtual Church. So as you all are coming into the space, just come on into the space. And we're going to get up close and personal for matters of the heart. Ladies, I know it's been a moment since we've come together, and especially since I'm coming from this platform inside of the studio and not directly to Facebook Live, but I am here. I'm still who I am, the same person. Just come on in the space, all right? Come on in the space. And we're just going to chat for just a little bit. I know we haven't been on this particular platform in a minute, but I am so glad to be gelling with you all right now in this space for the moment that I can. I said that I would be here to share with you all up close and personal when I can't come in this space. So there you have it. I'm here tonight. How about that? And I'm so elated to have you all. I'm so excited to have y'all to share with me tonight for up close and personal for matters of the heart. Now, for those of you that don't know the type of conversations that we have in this space, those who have been following me for many years already know this is where we talk the real talk. It gets real raw and relevant right in this space. We deal with heart talk matters. Heart talk matters. Those subjects that are tabled on our heart, but we don't really talk about it. We don't really have an outlet. This is a safe space where we can come and talk about it in jail. And what I mean by safe space, because there's no judgment here. There's no judgment here. There's no criticism here. We're just going to talk, okay? We're just going to come together in jail. So we're talking today now. For those of you that already know, you can go follow me on YouTube. I haven't been pushing YouTube in years, guys. I have not been sharing information to have you all to follow me there on YouTube, but I do have lots and lots of videos uploaded on YouTube. We talk about brokenness, unpacked baggage, ruptured relationships. I am a relationship strategist, so I deal with all of those matters. I help women particularly. I help women particularly heal from broken relationships and help them to develop healthy relationships. So we're going to go forward and we're going to go and talk about all of the subject matters, but they're right there on the YouTube channel for those who want just some empowerment and some inspiration. You can go and jail there for matters of the heart. Also, I want to let you all know that I will be having our women's conference coming up soon, October 14 and 15. Ladies, get ready for Women of Treasure Empowerment Conference coming up. It's going to be virtual again this year, and we have some powerful, amazing speakers that will be sharing with us, coming from all around the world. We have the powerful Lestine Bell that is coming to share, and she's going to talk about the value woman. The value woman. She's going to talk about, what is your purpose and how do you know how valuable you are. So we're going to talk about that, the high value woman. Okay, and then we're going to have Jenny Powell is going to talk about mastering manifestation, those things that you have on your vision board that you have not gotten to work on. How do you master it? How do you manifest that? How do you visualize it and bring it into flourishing? So we're going to talk about all of that. The conference is well rounded for everyone, and we're going to reach the total man. So then we have Pastor Theodora Moulton is going to come, and she's going to share from the subject, building generation wealth. You want to get in on the conversation. She's going to give you some tips, some strategies to help you build generation wealth, and we're looking forward to that as well with Pastor Theodora Moulton. And then we have Pamela Hinkle will come. And I know I'm just sharing these announcements with all of you before you all come into the space. I'm going to get that out of the way. We'll talk about that. But then we're going to have Pamela Hinkle. Pamela Hinkle is coming, and she's going to be sharing as well from the subject, the topic, the power of you, the power of you. So we want to find out what that is all about as well. The power. Do you know how powerful you really are? Do you know how fearfully and wonderfully made you are? Oh my God, you are powerful. We're not just strong women, but we're powerful women. So she's going to talk about the power of you. And then we have the anointed, our appointed keynote speaker for the hour, Bishop Glenn Allen, all the way from Fayetteville, Georgia, from Destiny Christian Center International. He's going to come and share with us from our theme topic, Ignited to Evolve, right? I am ready, guys. I am anticipating a powerful move. I know it's nothing like just being connected with women that are ready to evolve and go to the next level. Iron sharpens iron. Is nothing like the power of connection when you are connected with those persons that are looking forward to moving higher and going higher. You wanna get connected, right? I love connecting with OQPs and all of our Les Brown students. We know that's only quality people. If you've been a part of any of Les Brown platforms, any of his stages, any arena, you'll know OQP is only quality people. So I love connecting with quality people. I do. I do. So listen, we're getting ready to go into our conversation on tonight. So I hope you're comfy, cozy tonight. We're going to talk about lessons and losses, lessons and losses. Lessons and losses. And so, as I said before, it's been a little while since I've been here in this particular platform. For those of you that have purchased my books, thank you for purchasing my books. We did our little chapter review, and we had Q&As at the end of each chapter right here in this particular space, but it was on my intrigue, on my intrigue stage for Intrigue, Shifting Your Paradigm to Produce Positive Life-Changing Results. That's the book that I have written, and I'm getting ready to release another one, and we're excited about that as well, and I look forward to sharing that with you. Okay, let's talk on tonight, lessons and losses. This is it's for everyone that will come in and hear, and those who will come in to chime in on the replay. But we're talking about lessons and losses, okay? And so when we think about lessons, because see, over the course of my life, and you all know that I'm very transparent in this platform as well. That's my ministry. That's how I flow. I just flow from a place of transparency because I believe in the lessons that I learned, the experiences that I've learned in life, is to go back and help and empower someone else, to inspire someone else, to help someone else do better, even as it relates to those who are close around us, for them not to repeat the same mistakes we made, even though we all have to go through life and at our own pace, on our own course, and learn the lessons that life has to teach us. But listen, it is wise when you can learn the lessons of others, especially if you're studying, right? So if you're a student in school and you're taking a major and you're studying that major, maybe your major may be in medicine. Let's say you're practicing medicine, and so you would go to an internship, you would go and get in the area of those doctors and learn the mastery, learn what they have been taught and what experiences that had. Same thing. Life lessons has a way of teaching you, but there's nothing like getting connected to those who have already been there, who have already gone through it, who have already made the mistakes along the way, and then they learn some nuggets from it. Shame on you if you go through life and you don't let it teach you the valuable lesson in it, and you just keep making those mistakes over and over and over. But I am a firm believer that if you want to have more, if you want to do something differently, if you want to experience something differently, what do you have to do? You have to have a different approach, right? You have to go at it another way, through another angle, and have a different perspective on life. So listen, we're going to talk about lessons and losses, because through the experiences that I've had in life, I was stuck in a moment in time, because I began to think about all of the time that I lost. I felt like, oh my gosh, this is so much time that I wasted, that I could have been doing more. And when I think back over my life and I think about how far I could have gone, how far I would have been had I been yoked and connected to the right people. But sometimes we get off course because we get connected in the wrong spaces, in the wrong people. And I already talked about it, and you'll find it in my book, Intrigue. I talk about time killers, time stealers, time setters, and time changers. And you have to know what time and what season and what cycle you're in. And I once was stuck. I was stuck in a rat race, right in my mind, spinning, right? Just spinning my head, trying to figure out, like, what did I do wrong? How could I not know? Why did I let that be? Sometimes we beat ourselves up, like I did, and we go over these things in our head, and we try to figure out what we could have done, what we should have done, how we didn't realize that. Why didn't I discernment not kick in? A lot of times, I'm going to speak for myself, because I told you this is up close and personal, and I get a little personal, I get a little touchy feely in this space. Okay, so I'm going to talk about me. But I felt like, why not did my discernment not kick in, right? How did I not know certain things that will occur? And a lot of times we become so super religious, as I once was, that I spiritualized everything, but I did not use the common sense, the first sense that God has given to me to use. But I spiritualized everything. Why? Because I always wanted to find the good in everyone and find the good in everything. And that's a lesson. That lesson is number one, always, but it's a good one now. That's a good one. Learn the lesson in that. Find the good in everything and in everyone. But lesson number one, use your common sense. Use your common sense. Use your intuition. Use your discernment. Have better judgment. But don't be so super religious, super spiritual, that what's before you that you can actually see, you can actually touch it, and you're still wondering if it's really there. It's there. It's not going anywhere. It's right before your eyes. So that's lesson number one. Use your common sense. Use your common sense, right? And here's the thing, there is a lesson in everything that we experience. So if you continue to dwell on why it didn't happen, how you made a mistake, what went wrong, if you keep staying there and you're going to keep staying stuck, as I did. I stayed there. I kept trying to figure out what went wrong and how I didn't see and why I didn't know. I kept staying there. And what happened? I repeated that cycle over and over in my mind. It just kept going, replay, rewind over and over again. And I never was able to move forward. I couldn't get past it because I don't know if you're like me. Well, I'm going to say the old me. I was one that did not like anything to, like, in other words, I don't like to be caught blindsided. I don't like to be left in the dark. I don't want you to figure you got over on me. That was the way that I was. And so what happens, it had me in my mind, kept trying to figure out, how did that happen? Why did that why did I not see that? You understand? And that is the trick of our adversary that will come to play mental gymnastics in our mind to make us believe that you just didn't know, you just was not on it. You think you know, but you really didn't. But listen, a lot of times when we have to second guess ourselves over and over again, go with that first instinct, that first intuition that you have, that first instinct that you have, because that is the one that is tugging at your heart and letting you know, hey, hey, right here, that lesson right there is one that you need to learn. So here's the lessons. Go with your instinct, your intuition. What does your intuition say when you get that unction? You know that is your subconscious mind, and that spirit telling you that this is dead on, this is spot on. Don't second guess yourself, don't question yourself over and over again as I did, but go with that and flow with that. Flow with the vibration of the spirit. If you continue to flow with the vibration of the spirit, it will lead you to a wonderful experience. It will lead you to a wonderful place. That's why I am so stuck and keen on shifting your paradigm, to break up all of those belief systems, all of those things that you learned along the way as a child that was taught that did not serve you. If it did not serve you, why are you still holding on to it? If it didn't serve you well, that's a lesson. That's something that you have to let go. So, here, let's talk about our losses, because a lot of times we don't want to let go because we don't want to lose. But do you know that holding on and keeping things all the time, holding on to the wrong things that are keeping you stuck and you're losing anyway? So we have to let go of some of those past things that has happened, those past relationship, those past issues. Stop holding on to it. Stop having that to drag you down and to take you in to the next shift in the next season of your life. It's going to take you to a place where you were not designed to be. And then you will find yourself going in a direction that you were never intended to go in. Why? Because you were holding on instead of learning the lessons, counting your losses and letting it go. You were still trying to hold on to that thing. You were trying to hold on. Maybe it was valuable to you. Maybe it was sentimental. Maybe it was something precious that you just did not want to break away from. But holding on to it caused more destruction and more damage. Holding on to it kept you stuck. Holding on to it kept you stagnated in this place. Sometimes you just got to be willing to let some things go. When you let some things go, do you realize how lighter you feel? Do you realize how free you are when you let go of all of that stuff? Because that stuff can be very weighty, it can be very heavy, it will hold you down and it will keep you stuck. So sometimes you just got to be willing to count your costs and walk away from it and let it go. Let it go. Regardless, because if you stay there, I'm going to tell you, think about it right now. Something that was so hard for you to let go, and you stay there trying to figure it out, trying to decide, should you let it go or should you keep it? And the more you dwelled on it, you held on to it. Am I right? Now think about, how long did you hold on to whatever it was, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a situationship, whether it was something of your past that you needed to let go, but you held on to it. Think about how long you held on to that. Now, think about, what did it serve you by holding on to it? Pause for a moment and think. Did it serve you well by holding on to it? Because here's the thing, just like with everything in our lives, seasons change, right? And so in many cases, we hold on to even stuff, material stuff that don't serve us. We hold on to stuff. I hold on to clothes that I know that I'll never fit that size again. I hold on to shoes that I know I don't even want. I'm not going to even wear them. So what happens? I'm using that as an example. When you hold on to stuff, what happens? If it's not serving you, it's taking up space. It's taking up space. It's taking up residence in your heart. You're harboring it, and it's time to let it go. So count your losses and let it go. Now, your loss just may be your gain, because when you find yourself letting go whatever that was, whether it was a person, whether it was a thing, whether it was a place, whatever it was, when you let that thing go, you find you feel so much lighter, so much freer. And guess what it does? It opens your heart and it opens your mind and expands you for more. So now, when you let go, you know that even when you hold on to material things, that by you holding on to those things so long, you're not allowing anything new to come your way in your life. You have no room for it. You have no space for it. That's with anything. And one thing that I do know, what I really do know, is our God, our creator, is definitely, he's not a God of waste. Not a God of waste. He's a God of more than enough, but he's not a God of waste. He will give you exactly what you need when you need it, in the time and the season that you need it in. If he feels that what he has to offer you, you're not prepared and ready to receive it because you have so much other stuff that is clogging your head, that is filling and flooding your heart, that there's no room for him to pour in, he's not going to pour in, because he's not a God of waste. So you have to release some things. You have to let go some things. You have to learn the lesson. You have to count your losses and you have to move forward. Now, lessons and losses, right? Lessons and losses. I am a true believer. I've come to understand, for me particularly, that there aren't any losses. There are only lessons. There are, and when you look at it from that perspective, you find yourself growing. You find yourself being content. You find yourself to a better place, that you're not holding any bitterness. You're not holding any resentment. You're not angry. You're not holding unforgiveness, when you know that this was just a lesson. I didn't lose anything. I walked away and I am better than I've ever been before. I let that thing go. And listen, when I let that go, this came in. So there aren't any losses, guys. There are only lessons. And when you think of life from that perspective, guess what? It makes you smile. It makes you go to a whole new level. It makes you be empowered and you understand the value in what life has to teach you. I thought I lost out, but I gained more, right? One closed door is another door open. That's the lessons. So there aren't any losses. Here's when you lose out. You lose out when you hold on. You lose out when you stay stuck. You lose out when you complain. You lose out when you do not have gratitude. But when you have gratitude for whatever it is, I just experienced something on the other day and I thought about, Lord God, what meaneth this? Why did this have to happen? Why did I have to go through this experience and I waste this? I felt like I waste money too. And then, and I still had to go and redo. But here's what happened. When I changed my perspective, when I changed my outlook, when I changed my narrative, I saw that, okay, that was a lesson that I had to learn. And if I don't find the valuable lesson in it and I just stay stuck on the losses, I would never grow. I would never move forward. I would never be able to rise from that. But if I learn the lesson in it and not to see it as a loss, I'm expanding now. I'm maturing now. I'm balanced now. I am even gaining more temperance now, right? More temperance, more patience. And so all of that is a lesson that we learn when we let go of the losses and we just count the valuable lesson that life has to teach us. And we can go on, we can expand, we can do more, we can have more. There's an attitude of gratitude. And when we realize that our attitude shifts and changes the altitude, the direction that we're headed in, we can have that much more. So there are no losses, guys. There are no losses. Listen, from this day forward, if you haven't already, don't think about that you lost anything, but think about that you let go something that you can gain that much more. Okay? Think about that. I let it go because I know when I let that go, I have so much more to gain. I have so much more to receive from that. So count your lessons and count your losses and understand that they both are equivalent to freedom, to liberation, to going higher, to having more, to expanding and to reaching a new level in life. So no losses, no losses, because I tell you, if you keep thinking about you lost, how what do you do when you lose? You've heard of sore losers, right? Some of us, you would become sore, we become disenchanted, right? We become perplexed. And then here's the other thing: when you lose, you always want to find a way how you can win. So you begin to chase after that thing, trying to see how you can fix it. Don't let it go. Let it go. Move forward, move forward, and you're going to receive so much more. Lessons and losses. What's the lesson? That there aren't any losses. All right, this is Mary J, guys, for tonight. I wasn't going to be on here long. I just wanted to come on and chat in the space with you all for a little bit for Matters of the Heart, up close and personal. I can't wait. I can't wait to gel with my ladies for our conference coming up October 14th and 15th. We'll have our Ignited to Evolve conference with all of our beautiful, amazing women of treasure. I like to see you in the space on the 14th and the 15th. Registration has already been going on, ladies. It's been going on. You can go to Mary J Enterprise, maryjenterprise.com. I'll drop the link right here below and you'll be able to see it. Go to the website. You'll see Ignited to Evolve conference and go on, get registered. And I can't wait to see you. All right. Any questions, anybody tonight? If there aren't any questions tonight, I'm going to get ready to close. Any questions? And those that were coming on the replay, any questions? No questions about lessons and losses? Any comments? All right, you beautiful people, that's it. And this has been Matters of the Heart. I hope your heart has been inspired. Think about it. Think about it. Please do think about it. Think about the lessons in life and think about the losses. And if you dwell on losing, you'll never gain. Let it go. God has so much more in store for you. See you on next time.